Thanks so much.
Hey y'all, what's good? It's your girl, the sweetest tea here, and we're back with THRSTDAYS. Today we have RJ Napier in the building, an esteemed artist from Waco, right here at THRSTDAYS, Thirst Coffee Shop.
Yeah.
How are you doing today?
Doing good. How about yourself?
Doing pretty good. Excited to be here in Thirst Coffee Shop for another THRSTDAYS.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I'm excited to have you here with us today as well.
Yeah.
Your art actually was on display, a few months ago. And so I want to kind of talk about your artwork and where you began in your art journey. So with that being said, when did you start creating art?
Man, so that's a deep question. But I started creating art mainly when I was a kid. I mean, I grew up in a household that my mom, my brother, they were both artists. And so I kind of grew up around it, always saw it. It was just kind of a part of my day, my life. And so I kind of started creating from that. But the biggest portions of my artwork really started to be produced more so in like my high school years. So my inspiration came from when I was younger, just seeing my mother and my brother create. So
that's cool. And they were visual artists as well?
Absolutely. Yeah, they both painted. My mom, she's a multimedia artist. So she uses rice, beans, like all kind of crazy stuff. My brother, he uses anything he can put his hands on. So he really inspired me growing up, just kind of seeing that level of artistry. And so it kind of showed me I had an opportunity to do the same. So
yeah, some of the pieces, now I didn't get any of the names in that. I really do apologize. But some of your pieces I heard were also actually made out of rice and like straw as well.
Yeah.
Can we talk about those pieces?
Yeah, so I actually brought one of the pieces that was an inspiration for me, and it was actually my mother's piece.
Oh.
And so it was called One Flesh. And so that's a really beautiful picture that my mom created. It depicts the idea of two becoming one. You know, scripturally, they talk about man and woman meeting each other and becoming one flesh once they're married. And so that was kind of her concept behind it. But I wanted to put that on display just to show like that inspiration of like what really fueled me as an artist.
Yeah, that's beautiful because honestly, even your art kind of mimics Basquiat. A lot of people I've heard, and even me myself, I was like, this kind of feels like Basquiat. And so to know that your mom was really the inspiration behind it all is actually kind of cool as well.
Yeah.
Do you also have some inspiration from Basquiat when you create this art?
Yeah, I really did look up to Basquiat. As my younger years, you know, neo-expressionism was for sure like the style that I really was drawn to. And so I think that brought a lot of elements of maybe style, but also creativity really honestly came from like my school teacher, Mr. Storm. Like John Storm, he's like a local artist as well. He's super, super dope, really great guy. But he taught me in my high school years and even in middle school, like he really showed me a lot of the ideas of being creative outside of the parameters of what we feel like we're supposed to create. And so that kind of led me in my time of like creating my own style. But as far as like the inspirations, like it kind of came from a lot of different places, but I would say younger years for sure, like Basquiat was one of those people, but John Storm for sure led a lot of my creative fueling into finding my own lane and really creating something that was inspirational to what I believed in. And a lot of that comes from my belief and my understanding of who God is to me. And so my artwork is a big depiction of that.
Word. Well, shout out to Mr. Storm for sure for, gifting you with, a lot of knowledge about the art world, because I'm still new to the art world myself, and I don't know a lot of neo-expression artwork itself. And so seeing yours, it's really inspirational to, dive into it, especially.
Yeah.
But you also said, he's a local artist. So does that mean you're from Waco?
Yeah, I'm from Waco, born and raised. Been here most of my life. I mean, my dad's side of the family is a pretty prominent name around here. But yeah, I grew up in Waco, been a Waco kid, so yeah.
Gary, everybody got to know, what high school did you go to?
I actually graduated from Rappaport Academy. So I was the second graduating class from there. Was 2011. So shout out to all my classmates. But yeah, that was my alma mater. So yeah.
Cool. Well, shout out to Rappaport too. And being the second, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So I also wanted to know why you chose to only go by RJ instead of like your full name. I know names have a lot of significance as a creative and as an artist. So what's the significance by just going by your initials?
So actually, my first name I take from my father. So my dad's name was Rondell, and my name is Rondell. But of course, two Rondells in the house, it's like somebody got to go by Rondell, somebody has to go by another name. And so my dad gave me the option if I wanted to be called Rondell, and I chose RJ. My middle name is James, and so it just fit for me. And since then, it's just kind of been a thing. But yeah, like for as far as a namesake, like RJ is just what I've always gone by. So yeah.
As you create your art, what kind of creative process do you get into?
Yeah. So my creative process, I feel like, is very unique to me. I mean, starting out early on, like a lot of my artwork was inspired by how I felt. And so emotionally, I would always try to find a way to find an outlet. And so a lot of my artwork was depictions of what I was going through, my experiences, things that I was kind of seeing around me. And so a lot of my artwork starting out was pretty dark, to be honest. It was a pretty dark place that I was in. And so a lot of my creative process was built on funneling that place I was in that space and putting it on canvas. And so a lot of my artwork was depictions of like inner turmoil, a lot of the things that I was conflicted about. But as time went on and my relationship with God like developed, that's where my inspiration comes from. And so a lot of what I see comes from the depictions of what he gives me. And so a lot of what I put on canvases, like these images are intertwining pieces of what God shows me. And I see it through dreams sometimes. He shows it to me through vision. Like it's a lot of the ways that I create my artwork comes from that time I spend with him, and what comes out of that is produced. And so a lot of my work is an inspiration of being able to change the outlook of being in a dark space to actually shining a light on what's actually the real issue. And so a lot of my artwork has been an inspiration for me, because I feel like a lot of what the creativity for me is to be able to show people a mirror to themselves. Is what do you see in the artwork? I can tell you what I did. I can tell you what was my inspiration. But the biggest portion of the expression of the artwork is to get people to look at themselves and to see what in them can they relate to in this piece that could be something that may be an underlying thing that needs to be expressed or talked about. So, yeah.
I see that. I feel like a lot of times people will say that art is like a form of therapy as well.
Absolutely.
And so that's kind of cool that you say that, especially saying that it's like a mirror. I always hear that in terms of love, but never in terms of art.
Yeah.
Everybody always says, art is your own personal interpretation, but that's beautiful.
For sure. I appreciate that. Thank you.
What is your favorite piece that you've ever created?
Oh, man, that's a tough question. That's a really tough question. My favorite piece? Oh, man, I would probably say, personally, Wineskin. It's a piece I have called Wineskin. And it is a collaborative piece of, or I should say a collective piece of different self-portraits. And so I've kind of collected them throughout the years and put them on canvas together. And there's words, there's a lot of interlaying meaning. And a lot of my pieces have a lot of decoded things. I like putting codes in my pictures and in my paintings. And that was one of those pieces that I felt like collectively showed my journey from one to now. I feel like a lot of my life is in that painting, and it's a very transparent look into the aspects of the healing journey for me. And so I called it Wineskin because it was the shedding of the old wineskin into a new wineskin. Because you can't put old wine or new wine into old wineskins. And so it's based on the scripture, based on the understanding of that. And so for me, that picture was the depiction of me shedding that old wineskin and becoming my new self, really fulfilling and going into a different level of my journey. So I would say Wineskin, that picture is for sure by far my favorite piece.
Right. Well, that's a beautiful thing. I also actually, because you talk about the little things in your paintings, I noticed in this painting that's up on the wall here, it says something about King of Blues.
Yeah.
You're a fan of the blues music.
Absolutely. I love blues music. And it's a kind of like those double entendre type feels. I think about the King of Blues, but also like blues being representative of sadness. That picture is actually called No Church in the Wild. And so it's very representative of the idea of what we put on a facade of being pretty or looking good or trying to show the world something that's not really who we are. And this picture really is a depiction of the ugly truth. It's like who we really are underneath those masks that we put on every day. And so being able to face that and really show the realism of who we are. So.
Right. That's cool.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again for coming. RJ Napier for THRSTDAYS.
Hey. Hey, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for giving me the opportunity. I really, really appreciate it.
And we're going to get into a little mix for y'all right here at THRSTDAYS Thirst Coffee Shop.
Yeah. Yeah. Back up on my... I'm dealing with you. Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me. Done dealing with you, so I'm back. It seemed like I get so much and don't get nothing back. I really thought it was love, but you're so fucking whack. Always get caught up in love, but I am done with that. I can't get caught up in love, so now I'm, yeah. Flexing on my exes and my Model X. Pretty little skinny little bitty body Model X. Some of y'all ain't never had no real bitch and it shows. I keep it 100 from my head down to my toes. Back up on my bullshit, back up on the move. Touchdown in my hometown, got nothing to lose. I am on my own now, I am in control now. I need you to go now, I can fix my own crown. Back up on my bullshit, back up on the scene. Done dealing with you, don't know how to deal with me. Done fucking with you, don't know how to love me. Done dealing with you, so I'm back.
Let's just fall in love, baby. Let's just fall in love. Hey, hey. I don't know how you feel, but I feel something, baby. Something in the air that's got me going crazy. The look in your eyes is telling I know that you ready for me. I don't wanna say too much, but I know what you need. What's up? Look, it's up. Just me and you, it's only us, let's live it up. Baby, I got a plan for us. Meet me on the dance floor, no, 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 no.
I'll come and slide by 8 p.m. and send a text to your DM. Buy honey for your fucking hair, 200 for your fucking nails. You running out of shoes to wear, so I bought you another pair. Girl, I got you another dress, so bring your ass up down them stairs. I buy you shit because you rare, and plus because you know I care. Bitch, you know you love it here, that's why you keep on coming there. Your nigga can't compete, I swear. He tried but now he look too weird, baby. I'll come and slide by 8 p.m. and send a text to your DM. 500 for your fucking hair, 200 for your fucking nails. You running out of shoes to wear, so I bought you another pair. You running out of shoes to wear, so I bought you another pair.
Big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink. Ay, ooh, big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink. You could get a dessert and be sipping on this dessert. Big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink, big drink. Got a 16, my nigga got a bizzer. I hate when you be tripping and be sipping on that scissor. You be acting bizarre, nigga, what's the wizard? Told him give me brain and he do it like a nigga. I hate when you get in that dream, you don't wanna listen listen to me. You act like I get on your nerves. You don't pay attention to me. Ay, baby, tell me what's up. Why you acting so stuck? Tell me what's important. Is it me or what's in your cup?
Chill pill got me high, but can I lay with y'all? Last year you was my bitch, now you my baby girl. Last year you was my bitch, now you my baby girl. I'm a cold piece of work, whipping up the surf. What was for dessert? I'm a Gucci Mane, you a Captain Kirk. I don't wanna flirt, tell me what's the word? Pussy, bitch, you know what's up. Always on the cusp. What's that in your cup? Sipping on it. Yeah, never in a rush. Kicking out the slush. Backing out the bus. Pussy, big wheel. Got them motherfuckers skating home. Chill pill. Got me high, but can I lay with y'all? Last year you was my bitch, now you my baby girl. Last year you was my bitch, now you my baby girl. Big.
Yeah, you already know. We only give you a taste here at Thursdays. That's all we got for you for today. So make sure y'all come back and check us out right here on Thursdays.